During the summer of 1964, I was serving as the national chair of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, better known as SNCC. It was one of the major civil rights organizations. Now, earlier, I had been one of the speakers at the March on Washington when Dr. King spoke on August 28, 1963. I was the youngest speaker. While I was working on my speech, I had been reading a copy of the New York Times, and I saw a group of black women in Southern Africa carrying signs saying, "One man, one vote." So in my March on Washington speech, I said something like, "One man, one vote is the African cry. It is ours too. It must be ours." That became the rallying cry for the students, for the young people in the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. The state of Mississippi had a black voting age population of more than 450,000, and only about 16 or 18,000 were registered to vote. All across the South, people couldn't register to vote simply because of the color of their skin. People were asked to pass a so-called literacy test. There were black teachers, high school principals, college professors, lawyers, doctors, being told they could not read or write well enough. On one occasion, a man was asked to count the number of bubbles on a bar of soap. On another occasion, a man was asked to count the number of jelly beans in a jar. So we had to do something. We had to make it real. We had to dramatize it. So the idea was to bring the United States, bring America to Mississippi by inviting, by recruiting hundreds and almost 1,000 young people to come south. And people came to work in their freedom schools, to teach people. They were held in churches, community centers. I spent most of that summer, when I was not out traveling, raising money for the organization in the Delta of Mississippi, where there's a heavy concentration of African Americans, in a town called Greenwood, the heart of the Delta, where people were very, very poor, but people became organized. And when they saw people coming, they referred to us, the Freedom Riders had been over in 1961, but they still call them the Freedom Riders. The Freedom Riders are coming. The SNCC people are coming. I think the Freedom Rides and Mississippi Summer gave people in that state, especially in the Delta, a sense of hope that they could do something. They could become organized. They could stand up for their constitutional rights. They wanted to participate in the democratic process.